points in the game.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a crease to the left. He couldn't get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you find yourself behind the chains. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. They're looking for an advantage to the right. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted in the first drive, in for the pick. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wide receiver comes in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
and who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Off play action. quickly complete. There he goes. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Flushed out of the pocket. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. The Gamecocks will have it first and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Got room at the 35. Touchdown Gamecocks. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Snap in the shotgun. Bring in the heat. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Going for it all. He's got it at the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out.
Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Rumbles across the 10, down at the 12-yard line after a pickup of 6. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Right back to him on the ground. Creates a little room. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Looking deep. Snags it inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Really nice job by the offense there, setting up the play-action pass. They ran the ball the last play, so the defense saw run action this time. A lot of guys bit downhill. The quarterback had a chance to find his target outside. He puts it up in the air. Receiver does his job. They connect for the long score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The toss sweep to the right. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Boots, his first of the day away, was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play can be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now have got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal, you try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll try the run. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line, pick up a 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Catch in the middle, it's Harbor. Bust through behind his pad. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over James Madison. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air, it's Manning. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Now, Lenora Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs like throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Corner's going to give them room. Try trying play action. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab at the 10. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Jumped on top of the pile. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, you got to give this offense a lot of credit because they've been really physical. They've been doing a nice job running the football on this drive, getting themselves into this position, third down in the red zone. They've got a 4-point lead. Obviously, a huge third down here, but even if they don't get it, they can kick the field goal and make this a 7-point game. Obviously, they're thinking touchdown, try to make this a 2-possession game.
And he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Dropping back, it's Manning. On the run, still looking. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
This time he's got his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pressure coming. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. And he's got it inside the 25. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. He got it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the gun. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The defense calls a timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To throw, it's Sellers. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In scoring position, very little time on the clock. Got a chance to put some points on the board before you go into the half.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. It is good! The lead now 6 here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about a little.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
Turning it on! He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people...
Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? UTEP has dug itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 20 to Jacksonville State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Moves away as he feels pressure. Gonna try to get it himself.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. That's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Gamecocks want to move quickly.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. They'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They want to run this quarterback. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield. It's Overton. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they take it in for 6 more points. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
Nah, I tell you what, this offense is featuring him. They're doing a really good job. This guy's explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding the gap.
Here comes the 2-point try. To pass. Dances away to buy time. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. Opening play of the drive from the 39. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. Oh, he's got some space. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Moore. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Power football with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. If they knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Now, a 4th down.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Houston endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Clutch City, and the Cougs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. Regardless the outcome.
He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. and perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick.
And a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. Grab behind the line. It's Lockett. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Hard running there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
This quarterback part of their running game. And the decision to go for 2 pays off as he walks into the end zone. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Texas offense. And they still hold that 2-point lead after the stop, David. Now to see what the offense can do.
Yeah, and you've worked on it all week, taking care of the football, making sure you don't make those mistakes, Jesse, while still being in those clutch situations in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, defense just did their job, right? So offense, let's go out, put some points on the board, put ourselves in a position to win.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Longhorns!
play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Overton. Pocket breaking down. Hauls it in down the sideline. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking the deep shot. Got it! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to throw. Here's the pressure. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and it is a 1-point game. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And the quarterback takes a knee.